Refin It Up is extremely happy to announce our new partnership with PSL City Tickets. You could follow them on all social media platforms at PSL City Tickets. And stay tuned as we will have tickets to give away for sporting events, including tailgating. Visit pslcity.net to get the best tickets in your city today.
Now, it's the hottest podcast in the world. From WWE to TNA by way of the NWA. It's referee Brian Hebner, legendary WWE referee and Mr. Refin Rant himself, Jimmy Corderas, and OVW and TNA senior official Daniel Spencer. It's time for Refin' It Up.
Welcome back to Refin' It Up. I am RJ, Brian, Jimmy. How we doing, guys?
I would like to say I'm doing well, but I want to find out whoever it was that wrote that song, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. I hope he gets hit by a reindeer.
Well, they have a song about that too, don't they?
Yeah, but that was Santa. I don't want Santa.
Well, no, that was Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Yeah,
What?
Grandma got run over by a
I don't want Grandma to get
Santa.
run over by a reindeer.
No, nobody wants Grandma to get run over. Are you kidding?
RJ, I noticed you didn't say Daniel.
Yeah, I guess he hit a little bit of weather on his way back from El Paso, and instead of trucking through it and coming on the show this week in the truck, he's going to be concentrating on the road and wanting to get home and get home safe. So it's going to be the three of us this week.
Oh, Daniel made a smart decision for once in his life. Okay, Daniel, way to go, brother. Be safe out there.
Well,
Yeah,
he probably learns from
drive
Earl.
Careful.
Yes, please drive careful.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're starting already, RJ. You're taking up his.
He didn't even notice it.
I
I
did.
know.
He's just ignoring it.
Put it over.
Oh, by the way,
No cell.
Yeah, did no so. But we got like 5.5, 6 inches, which to me looked like 6.5, 7, which everybody thought I was stupid for thinking that much. But my God, it looked like a lot to me. Yeah, Jimmy, I feel for you now, brother.
See what I got to deal with, man. You see what I got to deal with.
They're calling for more again on Sunday.
I bet for you guys it feels like 4.5, 5 feet.
To me, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
See, 4.5, 5 inches for us. Another day at the office.
Yeah, no kidding. See, that's when you train. I'm starting to get Gavin trained enough. Hey, buddy, it's starting to snow. Okay, he'll get out there with the shovel. He won't get out there with a snow thrower yet. So
No. Hold off on that. You got to hold off on that.
that'll get away from him.
Hey,
Yeah.
Does he have that nice little shovel like the?
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll get out there. He actually like get a chisel and chisel the ice off the driveway. I kid you not.
Next, you got to teach him how to, clean off the car.
Oh, he does that already.
Oh, you got it made.
No, yeah. Well, I'm the only one that parks outside, so I got it made. Yeah.
I got a question for Brian though. You said you got that's a fair amount of snow for you guys.
It is. Yeah, it's a lot.
Do you have a snow brush in your car?
No.
Now I know what to get you for Christmas.
I use a house broom and just sweep that motherfucker off, bud. But I do have a garage, and I don't use it all the time for my car because I have games and stuff out there, ping pong tables and stuff like that for kids and all that. Folded all that shit up, put my car in the garage. So I backed on out, looked like it never snowed when I pulled out my driveway. So
even better.
Yeah. Way better than what he's talking about.
Next question for you.
Oh boy.
What kind of tires you got on your car? You got all seasons?
I don't know, Jimmy. I have rubber tires.
I think that would be a no then. If you had him, you'd know.
Okay, my car traveled well on the traveling around and all that stuff today.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
front
all that
wheel
matters.
drive, brother. Front wheel drive.
Front wheel drive is good in this kind of weather, but all wheel drive, I don't have that. I wish I did.
Oh man. All right, enough about
Well,
snow.
this is a wrestling show, so we might want to start with that. But we will do that in our first count right here on Refin It Up.
This is your one count.
We had some moving and shaking last week in the world of streaming and in the world of professional wrestling. We saw Netflix acquire Warner Brothers. And at this time of the release of this article, the cash in the stock transaction was valued at $27.75 per Warner Brothers share. And that's obviously subject to change at times, with a total enterprise value of approximately 82.7 billion. That's with a B, billion, with a value of 72 billion. Jimmy, man, we saw some differences through the last few days with the numbers as they get skewed a little bit up, down, and around. First of all, obviously, what are your thoughts on this as well?
It's
So
interesting.
are we talking about streaming?
No, well,
Warner
here's
Brothers
the
as in the company.
Great.
Yeah, but
I'll lay out.
they're not looking at acquiring the television stations. They want all
Correct.
the intellectual properties, all the streaming services, all the DC comic things,
Mhm.
everything that's attached to Warner Brother Discovery, every property they own. They're not interested in television show. That being said, Netflix attempted to acquire. It's not a done deal. And now there's another player in the game. My understanding is Paramount is
Mhm.
looking to make an offer at $30 per share. So they're looking to outbid Netflix for this. Apparently, they want it really bad, and it's going to go to arbitration. It's going to go to all this federal regulation stuff that they have to approve this because of whatever kind of competition clauses and it's a jumbled mess right now. It is a jumbled mess. Everybody, here's the problem I have with this whole thing. I'm not an expert on this stuff, and I don't claim to be. So I've been reading other people's articles, and they have not been wrestling people. I do not
Mhm.
don't buy into what these dirt sheets are telling you about this stuff because they don't have a freaking clue.
Hmm.
There are people out there. Nick Lopicolo is a he's a sports agent. He's an agent to a lot of WWE superstars right now. This guy is connected in Hollywood. These are the guys you have to read to get a grasp on what is going on. The ending of this will not happen for a long time. It's going to take a while. But
Mm.
right now, there's more than one player in the game, and it's going to be a fight. And
So
you
I
know
have a
what?
question, Jimmy.
I'd put that shit on pay-per-view.
Good
Yeah,
God.
no kidding.
So Jimmy or RJ or both of you, I have a question. So Paramount and Netflix are bidding for what? Warner Brothers app?
No, the Warner Brothers studios, like
Okay.
all the movies, all the properties that belong to Warner Brothers Discovery, which is like the Harry Potter stuff, the Cinderella
It's
stuff, the DC comic stuff.
it's
They're
like all
looking
like the
at
Superman like all the like the
yes,
superhero movies that you're seeing, basically the rights to show that on their platform,
but
basically.
they're looking to buy the studio, the
Okay.
Warner
So
Brothers Discovery Studios. And they're not interested in the television stations because I believe, and I'm not speaking for them. This is my opinion. Apparently, they're not interested in TBS and TNT because in their minds, television is a dying industry, linear television. So they're looking at the streaming services as well. HBO Max, all that stuff would become um, part of their property under the same umbrella. If it's Netflix, then you got issues with competition clauses and
Mm.
a conflict of interest.
So keep in mind
Yeah.
too, like you said Batman's on there, Harry Potter's on there, Game of Thrones is on there. A
Yes.
lot
Yes.
of these shows
Very
that
popular stuff.
are still popular. A lot of people go
Yeah.
back and watch them a lot.
For
Yeah.
who?
And they
Popular for
do.
who? Okay.
A lot of
They
you'd
do.
be
But the
surprised.
one of the other properties they own is the four pillars of AEW, uh, Big Bang Theory.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that too. But keep in mind, Warner cable channels, they also include CNN, TN, and TNT. But like you
Yeah.
said, Jimmy, that's something that they're not aiming for
But
yet.
yet, yeah, they're saying that. But hey, you know what? If it gets put in the deal, they're not going to turn it down. But
Oh God,
it's
no.
it's it's a constantly moving dynamic every day.
wow. Well, I just, confused as ever, like I've been from the start of this stringy bullshit. But
Well,
82,
but it
$82 billion is a lot of money. So apparently I'm a minority in this.
but it also goes into the fact where I was just reading an article too the other day that when after they made this, I believe it was towards the end of last week, correct? This came out.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like Thursday or Friday. Uh, the Netflix stock, I believe. I'm booting up here. The shares of Netflix stock went up, closed at $100.24 a share.
Mm,
Yep.
that's a lot.
So, it's you get in that thing where you guys went through it with the WWE. They become public, and you don't only have to appease, your employees, the people that work for you, your fans. You got your stockholders, you got your board members, you got this, you got that. And it's just like you said, Jimmy, this is going to take, I think, and I agree with you, it's going to take so long for this to actually come to fruition because there's so many different hoops that you have to jump through.
Right. And like I said, there's more than one player in the game. I mean, Comcast has been bidding. I mean, like I said, Paramount, uh, who own all the CBS stations and all that sort of stuff. And there's just too many players right now, and there's too much going on, and there's too much regulatory BS that they got to go through with the government.
Mm-hmm.
And now even President Trump is commenting on it and
Oh
saying, like,
Lord, it's getting
it,
this
it
deep,
almost
huh?
almost like he wants to be the one who decides who wins the bid. And I'm like, that's not your job.
You got enough to
That's
worry
not your
about.
job. Yeah. But
uh,
see, he can't get businessman out of his head.
yeah,
You
well,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he's always got it in there somewhere. Um, this weekend, gentlemen, we are going to see the last match for John Cena at Saturday night's main event this Saturday, Washington, D.C. He'll be taking on Gunther. Brian, we saw, these finals between Gunther and LA Knight on SmackDown this past Friday. And, Gunther's bringing his A game, man. And it'll be interesting to see how the story is told.
You might not should have come to me first. Um,
Okay, well, I can push it over to Jimmy too.
no, no, no. You already pushed it here. Um, I thought the
Push away.
tournament was absolutely awful. It sucked. Uh, I said this last week. Predictable. I mean, people were calling before the tournament even started that Gunther was going to win. I mean, you had no surprises, no like upsets like you have in the NCAA tournament. It was just awful. It was meaningless, really. And now we get to the finish line, and we have Gunther versus John Cena, a match that I'm sure will be fine, but it's nothing I'm excited about. Nothing I'm excited about. Um, I know a lot of people have different opinions and think that he's the perfect guy and yada yada yada. He's not. But oh boy, I love John Cena. I just wish they would have. They better put some layers to this. They better put some layers to this because I can tell you right now, brother. I,
Oh,
I know I see Jimmy tapping that brain. Believe me, I know it's working. I know it is. I just, guys, before Jimmy, before you jump in with the
Mhm.
last match here with John Cena, were you impressed? Did you enjoy the tournament?
There were there were matches in it that I did enjoy. There were some really good matches.
Okay.
I uh, I enjoyed the surprises that of who was in the tournament. I was surprised with the uh, Dolph Ziggler slash Nick Nemeth. I was surprised with the Matt Cardona slash um, Zack Ryder. I like those. Woo woo woo. You know it.
But wouldn't you be okay? You were excited about them being there, but maybe an upset by one of them, wouldn't that have just ignited it or
Yeah,
made it special?
yeah, you can get an upset from one of them for at least the one round, which would have been kind of nice. But at the end of the day, this tournament was a way to get to Gunther versus John Cena in a way because John Cena's limited dates, he's not able to appear weekly, so he can set up something with Gunther. So how do you get there? You have a tournament. I know a lot of people say, the last match for John Cena should be to elevate someone. And I think this actually does that in a different way. You're not taking a young guy who you have to roll the dice now because, John Cena's put people over in the past. He's put over uh,
Cody.
Cody. Well, Cody's a made
He
man.
mean, yeah.
But
Oh,
Austin Theory, he
yes, there
put
you go.
over Austin Theory and guys like that. And where did that go? So when you're putting over a young guy, you're hopeful that he's going to elevate him and the people are going to buy it. Gunther is a made guy, but he's not the guy. Now you have a long-term story with Gunther going forward, him defeating John Cena, and there's a story afterwards.
Mhm.
The story is, and again, I'm prophesizing here, and I think I'm right with this one. Gunther defeated Bill Goldberg in
Yep.
his final match. So he retired Bill Goldberg. Gunther, let's say Saturday, defeats John Cena. So now he defeats John Cena in his final match. He retires him. AJ Styles already said 2026 is going to be his final year. His last match against Gunther. Now he's retired AJ Styles. There's a rumor of a returning superstar. Tick tock, tick tock. And they said the rumor was that WWE already laid out a retirement plan for him in the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Gunther retires that potential returning superstar. All this building up to what everybody wants to see down the road, Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. And when Brock Lesnar is saying, okay, time for me to hang it up, go to Saskatchewan and shoot some bison, Gunther is the guy to beat him. And then you still got going forward another player in the game. You got the legend killer with the three most dangerous letters in wrestling versus Gunther, the guy who retires superstars, Hall of Famers.
He's a
I mean,
new legend killer.
Yep. It's a long-term story, bro. And that will elevate Gunther to a different level where he doesn't have to appear on television every week. He could be kind of like a Roman Reigns kind of character where he shows up when needed and still be over.
so I did hear a really good idea. I don't remember who it is from. I wish I could credit them. And I'm going to paraphrase here, but so we go into Saturday Night Main Event, and Gunther beats Cena, and all of a sudden, Gunther's over, yada 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 yada, and we have a moment, whatever, and then you hear, "If you smell, boom boom boom, what the Rock is cooking," and all of a sudden he comes out, and he starts to get on the pile of poop that's laying in the middle, and starts beating the dog shit out of John Cena. All of a sudden, Gunther turns around on the ramp and saves Cena and turns it to a major face. I like that. I like that a lot. Um, there's many reasons why I like that, and there's many reasons why I understand Jimmy's idea could be more valuable because your storyline that I'm listening to, Jimmy, will take a while. I mean, you're talking about probably 2 years.
Well, I'm sure it's probably longer than that, though.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be
with
this,
all those
yeah.
players.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be this next WrestleMania, whichever. Oh, it's got to be Brock and Gunther at WrestleMania. Why?
No, I get that. Yeah. But when you get there, he's a babyface. Brock's the heel.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a great idea because we now get the payoff or something where, look, there's so many different ways we can go with this. And I'm just hoping and praying that I was just, like I said, totally exhausted with the tournament because I knew it meant nothing because it was predictable. Don't get me wrong. There were great matches. There were awesome matches, but you can watch that every week. Great matches. There just wasn't any flair for this like tournament. And then we finally get to the end in DC for John's last match. They've got to do something big.
Yeah.
And this guy's idea was amazing. I can't remember who
was
it was.
Was it LaGreca maybe? I know LaGreca said a variation of that.
It might have been.
Or somebody on Busted Open said something. It may not be bad on exact that, but it was a variation, I think.
I like the idea, but here's the only issue I have with that idea is John Cena's already doing the favors for Gunther, let's say, on the way out. He needs to be up in some form or fashion before they go off the air.
So about Cena.
I like your idea. Yeah, Cena.
Well, you can.
The idea of The Rock coming out and coming, you know what? I put my faith in you. I thought we were on the same team. I gave you the sign.
I wanted your soul.
You gave me your soul, and then you took it back. You think you can take it back? You can't take it back now. I'm the final boss. Whatever the case. John Cena, bing, bang, boom, boom. Hit. Attitude adjustment, 5-knuckle shuffle. See you later. And then at least Cena's standing tall at the end, even though he ate the loss to Gunther.
Right.
And then you can have everybody come out and do the celebration. Everybody's on the ramp going, hey, yeah, thank you.
Well, the variation of that would be Gunther just breaks it up and then Cena gets his up and stem.
Yeah, then you get the best of both worlds.
Right. But I mean, hey, who knows, man?
Hey, then Gunther shakes his hand.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Gives him the ring.
Yes.
But with both these scenarios, is there a way, both yours, Brian, and yours, Jimmy, is there a variation of that where we can see both of those happen? Because obviously, Jimmy, you said that could be a number of years, where Brian, that's all well, it sounds great, but can it both be done?
With Jimmy's idea, it would be a little more difficult because you got AJ, who's a babyface. I would assume if the unknown name that they're thinking about comes in, I would think he'd be a babyface.
Yeah, they're not going to boo him
initially.
They're not going to boo
right,
him.
Right. So that's where the theory. Yeah,
Well, that unnamed person that we were referring to made a bit of an impact last week as he posted his old WWF theme on his TikTok. That being one Chris Jericho, Brian, and I'll admit I kind of got a little those what are they? The Rock says the goose bumps on the arms. Haven't heard it in a while, man.
I would literally shit my pants if we had that countdown on the Tron and it was boom, 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 boom. Break the walls down. I would. It's called shart. I'd shart my pants. I'm being funny, but I'm straight.
But you're serious. There's some seriousness in there.
Yes, I would. Oh my God, I would lose my mind. I'll be that way. How about that? And he's posting that on his own TikTok. It's very, very interesting. As he posts that after he did a media interview saying he would be in a ring soon somewhere. In 2026 is what he said, I believe. To me, it's a dead giveaway, and he's just like he's saying, "I'm coming," and WWE's doing nothing at this point to promote that, which I think is even more like, "Oh my God, don't leave me in this suspense." This is wonderful. He's working, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho is working, and you know what? He's working on me, and it's working. I just told you I shit my pants. Um, I want this so bad. I want his hair tied up in the back like he was doing from his WCW WWF transition. I want all of it. I want the silver little vested jacket. Oh my god, I just want all of that. And I'm telling you right now, I've always been a Jericho fan, always. But man, he could be my favorite if that happens. And he has a great little retirement run, or whatever he does and touches, it turns to gold anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, please let this happen. Go ahead,
You know,
Jimmy.
you know what? A lot of Chris Jericho is one of the smartest guys
Oh my God,
in the
the
business.
smartest.
People don't realize, a lot of people think, well, he just looks after himself. He doesn't just look after himself, but he knows how to get things done for himself. He
Absolutely.
knows when the time is right to actually go out there and get people talking. And that's exactly what he's doing. The interesting thing I found, I'm not sure, RJ, if you remember this, or Brian, recently he did an interview where he had some less than flattering things to say about AEW.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he didn't crap on them,
He
but
was it was referring to Bound for Glory
Mhm.
at TNA looking professional and like
Mm-hmm.
a WWE type event with their
Right.
entrance and yada yada yada. Yep.
Number two company.
Yeah, like a
He
number two
referenced
company.
TNA as, yeah, which I find interesting because Chris, under the AEW umbrella, under the banner, when he was employed by them, which we were assuming he still is, but we don't know,
Mhm.
never had anything negative to say. It was all glowing. It was all, we greatest talent roster. This is the place where the best wrestle. He was a great company man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now you don't hear that.
Right.
Now the Jera Cruise, the list of participants that are going to be on the Jera Cruise, not one AEW name is on there.
Do you have that list?
I don't have it handy with me. I just know that there is no AEW talent scheduled for the Jera Cruise. Don't have that list this second. I don't have it handy.
Whoa, well, I got it right here, Jimmy. I
Okay.
got it. It's official. Officially from the ChrisJerichoCruise.com.
Oh wow,
Oh,
very
so
And
even
interesting.
their website.
not even their own. So we are. Do you want me to go right down the list?
Just do it quickly.
Yeah, just do a
All
quick
right,
rundown.
let me go to the top. Jeff Hardy,
Nope.
Saraya,
Nope. I'm
Great
just saying
Muda,
nope. No, yeah. Nope.
Dave
Oh,
LaGreca, Nick Nemeth, Bully Ray, Elena Black, Brad Williams, Ted DiBiase, Carlito, Shanti Blackheart, Fred Ottman, Vampiro, Marcus Bagwell, Blue Meanie, AJ Francis, Natalia Markova, Victoria Crawford, uh, Kid Chocolate, Mo Girardi, whatever.
All right, go ahead.
Indy Hartwell, Lacey Lane, Casey Catanzaro, Ricky Knight Jr., Sonny Ono, Chris Van Vliet, Gabby Laspisa, and then the rest are bands.
Wow.
did you notice one company that seems to be the predominantly where the talent is coming from?
TNA.
TNA,
Yeah. Yep.
I noticed that myself as he was reading the list. Now, Indy Hartwell, she's not AEW.
TNA.
She's TNA.
She's TNA.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So there's not
That's a
one.
long list of TNA talent, and also some
Wow.
great legends too. This
Oh
is
yeah,
almost like a WrestleCon.
Right.
right.
WrestleCon on water.
Like I said, and I have, and I haven't seen any other additions or subtractions or what have you. So it's going to
Well,
be definitely interesting.
Yep.
so last question before we move on.
Yeah.
When is the last time either one of you guys have been excited about Chris Jericho? Honestly,
It's been a minute.
it's it, right. That's my point.
I mean, like
Probably when
there
he
was
won the
stuff.
title.
No, but there was stuff when he was in AEW that entertained me. I mean, a lot of people didn't like that learning tree gimmick, but I found that funny.
Right.
I find it entertaining because he knew that triggered all the IWC smart marks.
Hmm.
So he dove right into it head first and just said, you know what? You don't like this? Guess what you're going to get? Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hmm.
Well, do you remember
Pretty
when he was
much.
doing the La Champion when he was
Yes.
the champ? All right, I was excited like that, but
Well,
not
that
like I am now. I'm excited like the first time I heard he was going to WWE
Yep.
or F at the time.
Hmm.
I was so excited at that time. I got one of his shirts. Let's have you.
What if? What if? Oh my God, that just triggered me. What if on the January, gosh,
Fifth.
help me out,
Fifth.
5th,
Fifth. Yeah.
AMC?
TNA
Oh,
What?
no, they're 15th, right?
Okay, that's
Oh,
what
I
that's
thought you were
15th.
talking about Netflix one
no,
year
no,
anniversary. Okay. Okay.
15th
Yeah.
to help that out would be holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
I
Yeah.
know a lot of people. You're right. I know a lot of people are saying, no, why would he go to TNA? They can't
Shit,
afford him. Guess what? I don't think it's about the money for Chris right now.
exactly. And that's just to boost and kick it off.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I mean, but the Netflix January 5th makes sense too.
Yeah.
One thing, and then we'll move on because it just came in my. Do they wait until the Rumble?
You can.
I mean,
You
there's
can, but I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
I think people would expect it there. They wouldn't expect it at TNA and
TNA.
AMC
Okay. That makes sense.
and we
Makes
because
may be
sense to me.
even if they don't advertise it and he does show up, you know the word's going to get out there and people are going to say, "Oh shit, got to turn in, got to tune
yeah,
in."
Hmm.
yeah.
Makes sense. So guys, why don't we do this? Why don't we go up to our Refin review right here on Refin It Up?
Boom, 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 boom. Break the walls down.
Oh,
This is Refin Review.
Welcome back to Refin It Up. It is our Refin review this week. Jimmy, man, we had a match a few weeks ago. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but it was recent between Pac and Darby Allin on Dynamite. And our favorite referee was the referee for said match. But they did a distraction the right way, correct?
yes, they did. They absolutely did. They actually, I was surprised with that match because Pac and Darby Allin had a wrestling match. It wasn't your usual I'm going to kill myself type of match from Darby Allin and jump through everything, but everything including the kitchen sink. They had a good wrestling match. I was really entertained, and the distraction spot so that Pac could take advantage of it. Wheeler Yuta jumped the barricade, ran to the ring, left the bat in the corner, where he came to ringside. Ran around the other side to distract Bryce. Bryce went to him when he jumped up. Pac grabbed the bat quickly, one shot with the bat. Darby's down. Yuta's down. Perfect distraction spot. Didn't take much time at all. They did it quickly. It was fast. It was right on point. Um, Bryce dives down for the count. Here's where I had my issue. Bryce dives down, counts 1, 2, and then he paused and looked at Wheeler Yuta. And then he hit 3. What was the pause for? I don't understand the pause. There's no reason for the pause.
He was putting shit over, brother.
What shit is he putting over? I mean, like, there was no reason to pause there. It was one if he was like got that idea where no, maybe he did something behind my back. You were with him just a second ago.
Right.
So obviously he didn't do the damage.
Right.
If the bat was laying there, then you can say, oh, wait, he saw the bat laying there. No, Pac got rid of the bat.
Maybe
But
it was
he
another. Sorry, Jimmy. Maybe it was another referee discretion.
Discretion of what?
Well,
There was no discretion there. He was covered 1, 2. Oh, wait a minute. I guess his shoulder's still down. Maybe I'll count 3 now.
well, did we?
There was no reason for it.
Well, didn't we have one not long ago? Last week, I believe, with Mr. Patton.
Was
Close to
that
that?
Survivor Series?
Yes. Wasn't a big fan of that one either. Not counting after the 619 and Frog Splash, even though he suspected foul play. When you are the referee, you can only call what you see. You can't call what you suspect.
Right.
That's like in the NFL. Uh, there was some contact on the play. Well, the referee's throwing a flag, and the referee puts on his little mic piece. Foul, defense. I think there was pass interference. I'm not sure, but it looked like it might have been 15-yard penalty, second down. You can't. It doesn't work that way.
All right, Jimmy. Let me ask you this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I did a match with James Storm and Bobby Roode. Okay.
Ooh, good match.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember what pay per view. It doesn't matter. Anyway, a beer bottle was being used. Oh, it was Bobby Roode.
So when
And he went down and grabbed the bottle. He's on the outside of the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had taken a ref bump. And when he went to grab him to pull him up over the rope and back into the ring, that's when Bobby took the bottle and hit him in the head.
Right.
Now, I wasn't knocked out.
Yeah,
I was moving around. Yep, I was selling. I heard it. I wanted to sell that I heard it. I saw the glass when I went down to count, but I counted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who did anything. All I know is there's a man that I'm refereeing, two men that I'm refereeing, and one is on top of the other for pinfall. I counted 1, 2, 3. So my point being brought up with that is this. Well, no, I'm not going to say anything else. So where's your feelings on that?
There's two things that could have happened there, and either one would have been fine. Pause for a second to survey the situation,
Which I did.
but again, it's like one of those. To hell with it! I got to count 3. Either that, or you dive down and count 3, and after you count 3, and after you call for the bell, just look around and go. I know you got that look on your face like,
Yep.
I know something happened, but I can't call it because I didn't see it.
Jimmy actually did both of those. I went down, what the hell's going on? Counted 1, 2, 3, got back up and was like, this is some crazy shit right here.
But I didn't see it.
Right. And then that's
in wrestling, we don't use instant replay. You can't throw a challenge flag.
We don't, and please don't everybody ever try that. God, that would be horrible.
Now that we said it, somebody's going to try it at some. You're going to see it in somewhere.
See it on Wednesday night.
I remember me and my dad did a double pin, and they used this to replay. I'm like, now you're introducing something that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Well, they did that. We used it once on SmackDown.
I remember that too.
With the cage match with Batista and Undertaker at SmackDown.
They also use instant replay that, I don't know if you remember this, Jimmy. I'm sure you will. Undertaker and Brock, where Kyoto was the referee, the shoulder came up. We had to record it after the show was over. He had him in a crossbar or whatever you want to call it, with the shoulders down. And the finish got screwed up right there, and we had to use all the stage hands. We had to change and build that back corner,
right,
to reshoot it. Do you remember that?
Oh my! Now that you said it, yeah. How could I forget that?
It was crazy, and I remember watching it back, saying, I wonder how the hell this will look. It looked fantastic." But anyway,
well, keep in mind 2 other occasions. They had the one time there at Royal Rumble where Vince tore his quads.
Well, that was calling it on the fly. But he had no.
Well, we're right, but you still had to. And then Shawn and Bulldog at Rumble in 95, 4, 90, some one of those.
Brings up. You just brought up a name and an interesting question, which I will save for the second count.
Okay.
It's not on the sheet, so guess what?
We're
calling it out there, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. But why don't we
shit at the wall?
Yes.
Why not? Hopefully it'll stick. Well, we'll find out
if Wednesday, right? So
yeah.
So never
mind. Well, we will find if it sticks to the wall in our second count right here on Roughing It Up.
This is your 2 count.
They call it a teaser, Jimmy, and you did that in our last count, and or I should say in our review. What do you got for us?
Well, because you brought up a name, it just made me think of something, an interesting question regarding, again, Saturday night's main event this Saturday, and who may attend or may not attend. There's going to be a lot of people there, I'm sure, from John Cena's past, but you mentioned someone from the 2005 Royal Rumble who tore both his
Mhm.
quads. Do you think Vince McMahon shows up for John Cena's last match?
On camera or in general?
Uh, I'm just saying, is he there? And then you can go from there and speculate which
What do you
way.
think, Brian? No, nothing. Uh, I honestly think that he will show up. I don't think they'll have him on camera though. I think it'll be kind of in the backstage kind of thing, just to kind of check in with him. Thank you, good luck, what have you, kind of thing. I don't think it's a matter of should they or should they not put him on camera. I just don't think it's about John. Uh it's not about it's not about Vince.
No,
Can you hear me?
There you
I
go.
can now. We can
Yeah.
now.
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
You're out of range.
No, I'm not really.
Oh.
I think, honestly, guys, he should be there. Okay, he should be there. Um, the problem you run into is that does WWE want to face the backlash? Because there's going to be backlash. Let's just say the guy's not the doesn't have the cleanest of records when it comes to things outside the business. Okay. I think the way that TKO and the way that they handled pushing him out, I don't think they would give him camera time. There's no way. I think that there was too much done, and I think that there's too much that can come back and damage the product. So should he be there? Yes. And will he be there? I believe he will, but I don't believe he'll have it on camera. There's no way. There's too much at stake.
No, I agree because here's the biggest problem. I think even more than the backlash that's going to happen is this is Cena's moment, right? This is
Yes.
his last match. What is supposed to be the topic of conversation on Sunday morning?
John Cena.
What will be if if Vince McMahon is shown on camera on Saturday night, excuse me, what will be the topic of conversation Sunday morning and through the entire week?
Vince McMahon.
Exactly. He will take away the shine from John Cena's moment. Will he be there? I believe he probably will be. And should he be there? It's up to John Cena. It's his night. And he should be he should be allowed to have anybody he wants there. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people there that might surprise people. But that being said, John and Vince had a special relationship. Take all the allegation stuff out the window. Throw that out the door. That's not the point. We're not talking about, his alleged guilt or not. That's not the issue here. The issue here is him being there for someone. Him and John have a special relationship. They're still friendly with each other. There's no issues there. It's just that you can't have him on camera because that will dominate the night as opposed to the moment that's supposed to dominate the night, which is John Cena.
And Jimmy, I agree 100%. The only thing too on top of that is the backlash that company would get.
Oh yeah.
And rightfully so, honestly. I mean, nothing comes off the top of my head if I would give you an example, but I'm just saying all right, let me ask you this, guys. You think he'd be cheered or booed if he was shown on camera on the Tron with a shot of him in the box?
I think it'd be a mixture, to be honest with you. I think you're gonna have you have to take into account too. You're in DC. Who was one of his good friends, President of the United States,
and there's a rumor that he'll probably be there as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was just tell you this: Trump would get booed out of the building.
Oh no, that for sure.
Yep.
But as far as Vince, I don't know if it's going to be a cheer or a boo. It will be more of a
like a groan kind of thing. Oh,
not a groan, a shock.
Oh, not a groan. Yeah.
Surprise! Like what the hell?
Really? they did this. They put him on. I can't believe they did this.
You know what I think?
Hmm.
This is John Cena's last match.
Mm-hmm.
People that are going to this show are 100% diehard fans for the most part. They know this is the last time they'll see them.
Yep.
His regime, meaning John's, was done under who as the owner?
Vince.
Yeah.
I believe he gets a massive pop because they don't care. They don't care. They probably don't even know that he's being accused of anything. I'm just saying, these are wrestling 100% longtime fans that are coming to this event. I think I heard something about tickets being like on a low side, $1,500 a piece on the floor. I mean, you're not getting your Joe Schmo that just says, "Oh, I heard about John Cena. I think I know who he is. Let's go check that out."
Yeah.
No, you're getting your people that are going, "I'm going to take my Christmas money and see John Cena one more time."
Yeah.
In a ring.
Mm-hmm. That's probably right. They're probably a Christmas present for the kids.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're gonna pop for him if they showed him, but it won't happen. We're fantasizing right now.
Of course.
They're not doing that.
I'll say this, and we'll move on real quick. But you're talking about tickets, and I think the majority of the audience are going to be guys like me because I'm 41. I grew up watching Cena when he came in. Now I have a 13-year-old son. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has a child that likes wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, hey, it's kind of passing of the torch. It's kind of a passing of the torch of this as well. But you never know. Hopefully, we'll definitely know by, like you said, Jimmy, we'll know by Sunday morning.
Yeah.
RJ, does your son know who Vince McMahon is?
Yes. He doesn't know his extra outside of it.
Activities.
Okay.
Yeah, that too.
So
does he? I didn't tell him.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying you should. I don't know if I would or not. I'm not in that position anymore. But would your son be like, "Oh my gosh, Dad, that's Vince McMahon," and that's my point.
He'd react. I don't know if he'd cheer. I as far as much as anybody else, but I think he would get a reaction out of him.
Well, when we're done, you need to ask him.
Okay, I will. We are going towards, obviously, this is the last month of the year. We're coming down to the beginning of 2026. And we're having our Stripey Awards next week.
No, you mean 2025. We're coming to the end of.
What'd I say?
Don't add another year. 2026, we're getting to.
We're getting to 2026.
Jesus.
Jeez, man. I had my head too many times. But we got our Stripey Awards next week. But I wanted to get this out before that because we got so much other stuff to do next week. But Jimmy, man, what's a bold prediction that you have for 2026 in the world of professional wrestling?
Ooh, that's a
Jimmy and Jimmy first. I'm gonna say he's gonna go right to the well where I'm at. Well, go ahead and let's go.
You think so?
I do.
In 2026, sometime in 2026. I said, how many times did I say 2026 now?
At least you're not saying 2025.
Yeah.
Guilty.
In 2026, Dom Mysterio will become world heavyweight champion.
That's one of my two. Man. But I agree.
See, great minds.
What do you got, Brian?
Well, I'll leave that one alone. By the end of 2026, I believe that TNA Wrestling surpasses AEW and becomes the number 2 promotion. I truly believe that.
So now RJ's hot because we took both of his. Now he has to come up with something else.
No, well,
well,
I'll throw this another way. I was kind of came up with, you said champion, Jimmy, for Dom Mysterio. How about this? 2026. We will see Carmelo Hayes as a heavyweight champion.
That's a bold one, for real.
Not world champion? Not world champion, just as a champion? Like he will.
A world champion.
He'll be world champion?
Yeah.
A world champion.
Ooh.
I would
Or
never say
I like Mello. I really like Mello. I think the guy is got a hell of a future of it.
should say
In my
heavyweight
opinion,
champion.
yeah, in my opinion, he's not there for world champion yet. I see someone like an Obafemi ahead of him right now.
yes, absolutely.
Because who referred to him? I think it was Bubba who referred to Obafemi. He looks like a modern day
Ultimate
Ultimate
Warrior.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Mm.
And when he said that, I went, yes, yes. Only he sells better. But
You mean he
you know what?
sells? You mean?
Look at the thing here. You're talking about someone like a Carmelo Hayes. There's a guy that's the future. Obafemi, we just mentioned, guy that's the future. Trick Williams, another guy
There's
that's
another
going to
one.
be the future. Ricky Saints, another guy that's going to be the future. You've got so many women in the NXT developmental system that are people are saying, oh, they're ready for the main roster. Maybe not, but guess what? They will be.
They're
There
close.
is all that there's like a deep, deep roster of young talent that is Javon Evans. Look at you. The guy's 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy, holy shit. Holy shit. The guy's only 21 years old. The pipeline is flowing.
It's
Let's put it
deep.
that way. So there's no rush. And for people who are complaining, I can't believe they're putting all the belts on the old guys. The old guys, you got to build new stars. Guess what?
They are. Shut
Them
up.
in the pipeline. Don't
Yep.
worry about
The
it.
bullpen is deep.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hold on.
It's
Go to the lefty. Go to the lefty.
That's right.
no. Well,
Well,
I'm
well,
going to
hold
go.
on. I want to weigh off
Oh,
something real quick.
uh-oh.
Y'all didn't even comment on my prediction. You think I'm
Well,
seeing
I
things
was,
too quick?
but I was.
No, because in the words of Paul Heyman, that's not a prediction.
That's a spoiler.
There you go.
Yeah, honestly,
but
that
you
was
know
gonna be
what?
my first one though.
No, but I'll tell you what, Brian, as far as them becoming number two, it's not that as far fetched as a lot of people say. The problem here is AEW has someone who's going to just keep throwing money at it. TNA does not have that luxury. So for TNA, their strong suit is, I think they put on a product that caters to both sides of the tribalistic crowd. They do stuff that the AEW sickos like. They do stuff that the WWE people like. So I think they're a nice mix. They hit that sweet spot. So for them, I think there is the distinct possibility.
Well, Jimmy, also, here's another reason why I believe that. I also believe that because they do a great job of telling intriguing stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that it's just good episodic TV. And then you throw in the sicko matches, and then you throw in the matches that are just wrestling purist matches. They have all that. As long as they keep telling stories like they've been doing
Right.
on a bigger stage, I believe new viewers are going to be invested in that because that's what the AEW is not doing as well. They're doing, listen, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying they just throw matches at you. They just throw matches at you. And I just think that TNA is going to do a better job on a bigger network where people have more eyes to look at, where they're going to be more invested in all of what you just said with good stories behind it. You know what I mean? Which is going to make me excited. I mean, you never know.
And for everybody out there, don't get us wrong. It's not that we're wishing AEW
Oh, I don't wish that at all.
away. We want them to do well as well. Okay, we want everybody to do well.
Yep.
They just gotta realize that there are issues that need to be addressed. And the longer you don't address these issues, the harder it's going to be to rebound from them. And for all the people out there who say, no, everything's fine, everything's great. Hey, yeah, everything they do is wonderful. No, not one company out there is perfect. Not one company out there does everything the way it should be done. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yep.
You know.
Do you think Jimmy RJ that there's any at all? Do you think there's any of the higher ups at AEW feeling any pressure with this new TNA deal? Like, oh shit, all right, we better step up our game. Or do you think they're just like, whatever, like Jimmy said, we'll just throw more money at it. It'll be fine.
I don't think they're nervous yet. I think they're noticing the waves are getting a little choppy, so to speak.
I think they're
But I don't
getting.
think they're worried about it.
I think they're getting itchy.
Well, right.
I don't know. I they could outwardly act like they're not nervous, and anytime somebody pops up like this, I think okay, nervous might be the wrong word, but they are cautiously aware.
Oh, for
Hmm.
sure.
Oh,
Mm.
right. I know they're aware, but I think the thing is, though, and we'll move on, because we got a couple more things I want to hit on. Uh, TNA made this announcement at the right time because we're watching, Gavin and I are watching the Christmas movie there on AMC. What pops up? TNA commercial at least three times during the movie.
There you go.
And what, like I said, what are for those that celebrate Christmas holiday season? What are they doing? They're watching the movies on broadcast, TV, streaming, whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect timing because those are those fans, like you said, Brian and Jimmy, that those quote unquote sickos, those AEW fans that, oh crap, we got TNA, we got more wrestling on broadcast TV. All right, let's go check this out on the 15th. They put it in their phones and we'll tune in hopefully. Uh, but somebody that people have been tuning in to see has been Becky Lynch, but she hasn't been on Raw, has she? Uh, Jimmy, man, this is something that we've talked about before. Is this potential angle, storyline, whatever you want to call it, between Becky Lynch and Jessica Carr? Now we're seeing Becky and Adam Pearce as far as she's, the whole thing with I didn't tap out at Survivor Series, blah, 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 blah. I want to get your thoughts, and obviously both yours, obviously, but first, Jimmy, with this angle against the referees, against the authority figures.
Um, I'm just curious what the end game is here.
Hmm.
I get her complaining about the referees, but when you start complaining about one in particular, then it usually leads to an angle with that person. And we know Jessica Carr is trained. She can wrestle.
So at the Bubba and Devon school.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, rumor has it she has wrestled for Evolve under a mask, which I can't confirm or deny because I did not see. Um,
Well, you saw, you just didn't see her.
yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. You know, but I don't know. I prefer the. I know it's an old cliche to be having problems with the authority figures, but I'd rather keep it there because once you start involving the referees and stuff like that, then you need some kind of payoff. And maybe there's an end game with Jessica uh, removing the striped shirt and becoming a full time talent. Who knows? I don't know.
Big mistake.
I think it is too. Guess where the longevity is?
Not wrestling.
Yes.
Unless you're John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian, just what have you been seeing, outside of obviously with the pay-per-view and Raw?
I mean, I'm right along with Jimmy on the thought processes there. Um, and apparently she's also been getting into it with I'm going to switch the name again. You don't need to tell me the name of the switch. Uh,
Mhm.
Roberts,
Sam Roberts.
Sam.
Sam, and I
Oh,
love
and
it.
Dave too.
Oh, I didn't know about the Dave.
And Dave too. Yeah, she's been blasting him as well.
So, I mean, it's entertaining. I love it. She's including a lot of people, and like you said, Jimmy, I just want to see what the end game is. I don't see anything positive for Jessica Carr with this angle, honestly, except it be an angle, But who saw a angle that my dad did, screwing over Canada's favorite star, being something, you know what I mean? So, you get your way out of it, but you got to get in it first. And so, how are they going to do that and how they get out of it, if it even is indeed going to be something? But it's just been concentrated on too much, you know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
I don't know. Interesting. Really, really interesting.
Something else that has been interesting. We saw it happen, and we spoke briefly about it after Survivor Series. Um, was this hooded figure that made his or her presence felt uh, in the War Games match there. Uh, Many different avenues this can go, Brian. Uh, you can say a prediction, you can say what you'd like with it, but your thoughts on the hooded figure here, just initial one, anyways.
I like it. I think it's cool. I love the mystique of it. I love the guessing game. But I also think WWE's guessing, trying to figure out who they want to do with it. Um, but if you want a prediction, since we were doing predictions, I got one I'm pretty sure about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you are.
I am.
Before you reveal, I'm going to ask you who
Okay.
you think it is, but I'm not going to give you. I'm not sure who it is. I
Oh,
thought.
Jimmy, you have your brain's been spinning like fuck. You
Can't
haven't
help
you have
myself.
a prediction.
Yeah, it's windy outside, man. It's been havoc. Um, RJ said something interesting.
Oh,
He
I
said,
did. Wow,
"Don't know
mark
who
that
he
down.
or she is."
Mm.
That's an
What?
interesting choice of words because I didn't think of it until you said he or she. And see what you did? You just triggered something in my head. The person that's been coming into the ring, people online have been saying that they think whoever the hooded figure is, dressed in all black, has been a different person every time because it doesn't look like the same figure.
I agree.
Mm.
So it could be like another El Grande Americano who magically grew 6 inches. I don't know. So we don't know who this is going to be. And it's a good guessing game by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And by RJ saying he or she, now, what if it does turn out to be Becky Lynch?
It's happened before.
You never know. But what the only thing I would say is, why would she help the Vision who took out her husband?
Right.
When people say maybe it's Becky, that's the only thing.
You've
That
seen people guess that?
people have been speculating. They say, well, maybe it is Becky Lynch because Becky Lynch would probably know how to do this curb stomp and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, but why would she try to help the people who took out her husband?
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but so who scaled the fence and
Yeah, that
went
wasn't
down?
Jericho.
Well, that wasn't Jericho, and that wasn't Becky Lynch either.
No.
Um, on this past Monday's Raw,
Mm-hmm.
RJ's not wrong. It could be. They don't know either.
Right.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
really don't think they do. I do. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Okay.
Who do you think?
Who have you not seen on WB television in months? Who's a major player? Who Jimmy actually said the most scariest 3 letters.
RKO.
Ooh.
That's
Ooh.
who I believe that
And he
mask
turns
was.
to go to the Vision. Well,
Ooh.
but this is also the thing though too. Was it somebody that had a vendetta against Punk or somebody that wanted to help the Vision? Because you have different avenues you could take this. You know what I mean? Because it could be somebody that doesn't like Punk, that doesn't like whomever. So there's options are out there, I think.
You know what? Sometimes predictable is good, but I like outside the box thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Well, the predictable one is theory,
that.
right?
What's
Yes.
that?
The predictable one is theory.
Yes, everybody and their grandmother's been saying Austin Theory.
Yeah, I don't see the payoff there.
Uh,
Well, I've also seen people saying it was Montez Ford too.
Okay,
that would
4.
be an interesting choice, but
It would be
now
where's the payoff, like you
you
said.
really have to come up with something creative as to why.
Right,
Why him? Why someone out of a tag team?
right.
You know?
So
So, Jimmy,
I
what do you think
floated
about my
this.
prediction?
Oh, go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead. I'm
What
sorry.
do you think about prediction, Jimmy?
I like your prediction.
You
I
do.
like it. Yeah, I do.
So,
I don't know
Jimmy,
if it's him. I don't know if that's who it's going to be.
Well, I don't know
But
either, but
but guess what? I
you
would
said
not be upset with that.
so. You said outside the box, Jimmy, and I'm going
Yeah.
outside the box with this one. Maybe not too far outside the box.
Oh, come on.
Somebody that's been involved with CM Punk, somebody that's been involved with Paul Heyman, somebody that's been involved with that side of the vision, I guess you could say. Sami Zayn. I
Actually, that wouldn't be too bad either.
it
The
wouldn't.
way that they could set this up is you beat me down, you beat me down. I was part of the bloodline. You kicked me out. You beat me up. I can't win. I can't do this. I can't do that. I want to go this way, but you knocked me down. Well, I had enough. I need some help from the wise man, so to speak. I need some help from the vision. I need somebody that actually has my back. You know what I mean? So you can go that avenue, or Brian. I don't know if you even said, somebody else might have said it, was L.A. Knight was another one.
No, but see, they, I even thought that would be a good choice too. LA Knight, complaining that he's getting screwed over, screwed over, screwed
Mhm.
over.
Mhm.
So he decided, you know what? I'm gonna side with the wise man and have these two big beasts have my back. Blah blah blah. But then he appeared on Monday night, and like seconds later, LA Knight ran out. There's no way he ran around, ditched the black clothing, and came out the entranceway. It was too quick.
Yeah,
Wrestling's got magic, man.
Well,
magic.
magic, but
No,
not
I
not
get it.
not
Sense makes
it.
So for those of you that want to put your 2 cents in his, you can obviously hit us up across all the social medias and let you know who you guys think that mystery hooded figure
Yeah,
is.
man.
But